Alright, that looks good. Stream appears to be stable. Okay. Tweet. With substance. No. Making materials live with substance design. Hashtag substance designer for my hashtag Unreal Engine 4 project. Okay, there we go. Time to start making some snow. I've got some references over here that I pulled up on my other screen. I'm trying to make some snow for my environment. It's not perhaps the most complicated material right now, but there's small subtleties that are critical to success. And we're not going to actually be making this using any photographs. We're going to make it entirely through procedural generation using Substance Designer. But photographs are important, you see, because we need to have a decent... We need to be able to figure out how what the properties of snow are. Now, a lot of this appears to be, I would say, based on the lighting. So we're just going to focus on putting together the surface properties to produce that right texture of snow. And I'm not sure if this is real or fake. I think it's real, but it's hard to tell. The trick is to carefully study the material that you want to reproduce when reproducing it. Let's pop this back over here on the second screen. And let's get to work. Right now, this is what our little material looks like. It's just a shiny black thing. Let's find a better environment to work with for getting this started. Let's see. How does this one look? Maybe not. I think this mountain environment will do. Should get it started. Now, it's key to make sure you switch up your lighting environments every once in a while to get a better idea of, well, you don't want to just work to the lighting. You want to make sure that it seems like it works, and it's got to work well in all lighting conditions. So switching up the lighting environment every once in a while is important. let's just hook up some basic parameters to get things started. I'll grab a color node. That's not what I was looking for exactly. What I want is a uniform color node. And make it mostly white. Hook that into base color. As you can see down here, it's suddenly white. Now that's way too shiny. So to fix that, grab another uniform color, switch it to grayscale, set it to maximum, plug that into roughness. As a result, we now have a completely rough surface. Now this is not entirely accurate, as pretty much nothing in reality is this rough. Everything, here's the thing about reality, everything has a little bit of specularity to it at least. So this is not entirely realistic, but we're just trying to level things out while we work on the thing we want to work on, which is the normals. So let's see, metallic. Another uniform color, set to grayscale, and this one we're just going to keep black because we do not want to use metallic. I'll show you what that does real quick. Well, it's not really too apparent on this fully white transparent thing, but what that does, it tints the color of the reflection based on the reflection color is the color of the base color when you set it to metallic, when metallic is fully utilized. Typically, materials are going to be either metallic or non-metallic. It's very rare you have anything in between. Let's see. The small details. I think that's where we should start. Let's get some generators. Let's see here. The fractal sum 3 looks like a nice place to start. Move it over here. Let's see here. Give me a slope blur. Plug this into here perhaps. And let's try hooking up. Which grayscale to go with first? Let's try a white noise. Procedural generation is all about mixing and adjusting noises. Now, I think we'll go with the blur. It's a bit difficult to tell how it's looking right now. I'm going to crank up the resolution. Now it's at 2048 by 2048. As you can see, that radically changed the effect of it. Well, the intensity has to go way down. Come on. .05. I think the white noise is a bit too fine, perhaps. Let's get a bit of a coarser noise. Let's see. Let's try plugging in a dirt, another dirt. No, that's too small. Maybe refract is someone. Yeah, that'll do. Instead of a white noise, plug another fractal sum. That's looking kind of cool. Let's start hooking that up to a normal map so we can start seeing what we're doing. It's only temporary for now. Plug into the normal node, plug the normal into here. Yeah, that's looking pretty cool. We're off to a good start here. I wouldn't say we're done yet, but we've definitely got a first little bit of something going on, if I don't say so myself. Let's try looking at a different geometry, perhaps a sphere. Oh. My. Yikes. Let me just check what the albedo of snow is. I may be a little bright. Albedo of snow. Let's see here. Snow. Snow albedo is highly variable, ranging from as high as 0.9 for freshly fallen snow to about 0.4 for melting snow, and as low as 0.2 for dirty snow. Cool. It's important to keep in mind the numbers. As we're talking about physically based materials here, we want to keep that relatively realistic. Well, we want to keep as close to reality as possible. We're going to call this fresh snow for now. And for fresh snow, let's figure out roughly what sort of, take 255, divide that by, no, not divide that by that. Take 255, multiply that by 0.9. So we'll look at it roughly about a value of 230 or so. We'll go with 229. So let's set the space color. Oops. 230, 229. The alpha, that should be full. There we go, it's not like blown out on us anymore entirely. there's our basic snow albedo. You may have noticed it got a little bit more boring, but we're going to add some sparkles to it eventually, because that's how we roll. When dealing with snow, sometimes you gotta fudge a little bit to make it look nice. Like, I guess this is pretty realistic snow values, but we want that sparkle. Let's see what we can do about that. Let's see. Let's grab some shape node. Set it to a let's see. Gaussian paraboloid. Yeah, we'll go with that. Let's try size. What does that do? Keep it like that. Let's use a splatter circular. Plug this into here. I want you to use my input. You want a lot of these. Pattern size. .05. No, 5. 0.01. 0.01. A little bigger than 0.01. 0.02. 0.02. Little size randomness. Let's add a levels. Crush the whites a little. Perhaps, let's see. Oh, yes. Let's see here. Maybe throw in a clouds. And we'll combine these together with a that's another slope blur. Put that into here, this into here. No. Other way around. Let's use this to break that up a little bit. Grab a blend. Let's try setting it to not max. Let's try a min. No. No. Divide thing's pretty cool. Then let's blend again. Let's try inverting the grayscale on this one. Then blend it by itself. I'm going to go with not that one. No. No. Nope. That's nice and broken up. Maybe a little 50% intensity. Let's see. And then I had to make some changes in this one actually. Let's see. Go with min. This one actually, let's add a blur, quality grayscale. Let's, well, actually throw another levels in here. Hook that up to here. Then invert the grayscale. Now we've got a little blob. Then let's hook that into here. Well, not actually, let's hook that into here. And then unhook that one. Do position random. No. Random rotation. Put that there. Let's just crank up the number. That's looking kind of cool. Let's see. Should I try adding that to this? Let's try this way. See what happens. Maybe not quite like that. Actually, I think we need to crank this up a bit more. Crank it all the way up. Yeah, that looks good. Though, perhaps a little more randomness than this. That's a little better. Let's actually get some texture on this thing. Let's see. Let's throw down the clouds over that. I like how that min's looking. It's pretty cool. That'll do. Let's hook that up to there. Let's see here. I need more. Perhaps a little smaller. Yeah, a little smaller, I think. A little less random in size. 0.2. Oh, not 0.2. 0.02. And 0.02. Now, if that's not looking like a little bit of a snow, perhaps we should tone that down a little bit. Yes. levels. Plug this into here. Let's see what our levels is doing to this. That's starting to look nicer. Cool. Looks like we've about got our surface. I mean, our basic surface. Frame. No surface. Now we can just move a lot around at once. Well, now that we've got our basic snow surface, let's work on perhaps adding some softness to it. For that, I'm going to go with a Perlin noise. Let's decrease the distance on this. Let's see. 4. I think I like it fairly low disorder, perhaps. 0.5. A little bit of disorder there. Let's see. Another slope blur. This will be the slope. Grayscale. Oh crap, don't do that. Actually, let's try reversing that. That's looking cool. Let's add a little bit of a blur to that. Tiny little blur. Good. Now let's try blending this with the snow surface that we made. Let's see how this works. That's interesting, but not exactly what we want. Actually, I don't think I want to blend it with this at all. I think what we actually want to do is give this its own mole map. That's what we're dealing with here. At the present, not much is going on. Here we have a little bit of sort of a smooth billowiness. Maybe not quite so intense. Let's combine these normals together. So what we've got a little bit of a texture with some subtle variations. White out. Detail oriented. Hook that up to there. That's what we're looking at now. Now I've got a little bit of a surface variation to it. That's looking pretty cool. Let's try. Taking this. Let's try inverting the grayscale. Plugging this into it. Let's see. Take some clouds. Let's give them a quick blur. Now I have some softer clouds. Cool. Let's see. Yes. Let's grab a uniform color. Let's start working on the roughness of this. Let's try to find a general roughness value that works. As you can see, that's kind of shiny. That's probably a decent roughness for the snow. Then let's blend in this on top of that. Let's try doing multiply. Add some subtle variation to it. Cool. Then come to think of it, I don't actually need to do that to it. Blend. Just grab this. Pop it into here. Put this there. Let's try subtracting. No, that's not going to work. Take Gaussian spots, not a Gaussian spots. No, smaller Gaussian spots. Let's try throwing on a dirt. Let's blend these two things together. No, not divide. No. No. Add sub looks pretty sweet. Don't think that's going to do too much, actually. Let's actually just keep the roughness like that. Instead, let's add an output. We'll call this one Emissive. Yeah, that'll do. Label Emissive. Let's see, channels. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see. Plug that into the emissive. Now we have this is actually being emissive. Let's see. Here we go, little speckles. That's what I'm talking about. Look at those pretty little specks. Though not nearly enough speckles. Let's see. There we go. Let's give that a levels adjustment. I think I want to like mess this off based on angle. Now this is not totally realistic snow, but what are you gonna do? I mean, you gotta deal with it. Don't need to mess with metallic at all. Base color. I had totally not considered that. Let's just get some subtle variations in the base color. Let's see. Yes. Take this. Add a gradient node. Convert a grayscale to a color. little bluish. It's black. No, let's make that white. Okay, that's cool. Let's hook that into here. See what we're dealing with. Oh, damn, that's way too blue. Nope. I think that's a nice little variations, but let's grab an HSL, crank down that saturation a bit. Let's see. Oh dear. That's a little more like it. Now obviously we're going to want to make it so that when it's not so in the light, it's not going to have the sparkles so much. But that's something we're going to do in Unreal. On the high res plane. Let's try some tessellation. Let's see. Add an output, call you tessellation. View in 3D view. Let's see. Plug you into the height. This should do something, I think. Check my materials. Set a tessellation. perhaps. Let's see. For example, here's a little tessellation for you. Pretty cool. Now, let me show you the beauty of Substance Designer. I change its random seed, and suddenly we get all these different variations. It's fantastic. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna wrap up this thing for right now. That was Making Snow. It was good to get back into the Substance Designer game.